Donald and Douglas, the Scottish twins, did not mind what job they did. Coaches or trucks, it was all the same to them, which meant, as often as not, they pulled trucks, since the big engines all disliked them. You don't really like them, do you? James asked in amazement one day. Ugh, it's all work, remarked Douglas. If we didn't do it, somebody would. James marveled. He hated trucks himself, but he had to admit that Donald and Douglas managed to make them behave better than anyone else did. The secret, of course, was that the trucks had not forgotten an incident when Douglas had smashed a rude brake van. It had been an accident, really, but no one told the trucks, and they still thought that Douglas had done it on purpose. Keep on the right side of those two, the trucks had said to each other when neither of the twins was about. One day, Donald had to take empty trucks to the upper railway and bring back loaded ones. The empties behaved well, and when Donald reached the big station, he was feeling good. "We got those trucks licked into shape," he congratulated himself. What he didn't realize was the loaded ones he was going to take back were visitors, and had never been licked into shape by anyone. "What's this?" they screeched when Donald backed onto them. "We want a proper engine, not an old-fashioned steam kettle." They should, of course, have known better, but then trucks never do. "Old-fashioned?" snorted Donald. "I'll teach you a lesson. Take that!" And he gave the trucks a hard bump. The trucks sniggered. "He's cross," they whispered. "Let's have some fun." They behaved well for a while, and Donald began to think he had them under control. Like the trucks, he should have known better. By the time they reached the work station, an axle box on one of the trucks had run hot, and they had to shunt that one off the train. At the next station, the guard had to fasten the brake rod which had slipped on, accidentally on purpose. One delay followed another, and Donald became crosser and crosser. "Stupid things," he scolded. But the trucks didn't care. "What does he know about it?" they asked each other. "We're modern. We're not out of date like his sort. Steam kettle. Huh." At the top of Gordon's Hill, Donald stopped so that the brakes could be checked along the train. Unfortunately, he restarted more quickly than he meant to, and the jerk broke an old coupling a few trucks from the end. Feeling the snatch, Donald's firemen looked back. They were already a little way down the hill, but coming after them and gathering speed on the slope, he saw the last few trucks. "We got to keep ahead of them, Donald," he said. "Quickly now. I hope there's nothing in the platform at Atwood Station." "But we're supposed to stop there to leave some of these trucks," objected Donald. "Can't help that," replied his driver. "If those trucks catch us, we'll stop even earlier because they'll knock us off the rails." "But what are we waiting for?" asked Donald, and put on speed. It was touch and go for a while. If the guard hadn't braked and it hadn't been holding the breakaway slightly, Donald could have kept ahead. But he managed it. Just. They saw Edward Station in front. Whistling loudly, Donald raced towards it. while the trucks followed, screaming with fright. Quickly, the signalman summed up the situation. He set the line ahead as far as he could, and Donald clattered by safely. Then came the trucks, but the signalman saw with relief they were slowing down, and by the time they reached him with just a groan of relief, they've stopped, just beyond the station platform. The signalman set out an obstruction danger warning and set all his signals to stop. Then he waited. When he was sure the trucks had stopped, Donald stopped too, half a mile further on. "We shall need permission to go back," the driver told the fireman. "Nip back and clear the signalman, please." When he had permission, Donald was able to go carefully back toward the trucks. He bumped them fiercely. "Now will you behave?" he growled. This time, the trucks had scared even themselves. Yes, we will," they quivered uncertainly. And Donald finished his journey with no trouble at all.